Hello, my name is Benno Holtz, and I recently picked up AirPods. The first ones I got were these ones, and I got them from a tech store down the road from me, and they claimed that they were real ones, and they are not. These are fake AirPods. These are real ones that I picked up yesterday from the Apple store. And I would just like to go through some of the things that you can notice, because a lot of people claim that they have the real AirPods and they're priced very similarly. So just things to look out for. Okay, so first of all, you can't really notice a difference in the boxes. I mean, this does have a bit of a blue tint compared to this one. But I mean, they look very similar. You have the Apple logo on the side, the AirPods on the top, and this is where some people will, I mean, everyone will notice a difference, but you don't really know what the normal layout is. So these are the fake ones, and they just say AirPods there with the charging case and what they're compatible with, and they give a list of devices, whereas these are the real ones, and the stickers are the other way around. It does give the devices, but it's in a lot smaller font, and it's not embolded like this one. These serial codes look very similar, but this one doesn't have this Chinese writing that this one has at the bottom. And one thing you can do straight away is type in the serial code and check if it's a registered AirPods. And with this one, you can also type in the serial code and see. These serial codes are also printed on the inside of the AirPods, that I'll show you in a minute. And the back is also very similar. These are the original ones. It says AirPods with charging case, and it just says it in a few different languages. The same with this, but this is in bold. So these are things you wouldn't notice if you only had one. This is the fake version, and it has the CE logo on the right side, almost all the way to the right, and this has it coming almost all the way to the middle. Okay, so now let's unbox. Okay, so these are the real ones, these are the fake ones. I'll take the fake ones out first. So first of all, what you can see is designed by Apple in California. If you take out this guide, it only has one page, which is a clear indicator that it's also not real. And it says AirPods in a gray, if you can see that. Okay, so now let's jump to the real ones, and I'll show you a difference in the books. The real ones, the box also does come off easier. I don't know if that would make a big difference to you, but it did to me. So this also says designed by Apple in California, but you can see this text is darker and a bit bigger, which is not something you generally notice. And here you can clearly see AirPods in black and AirPods in silver, and with this there are 3 books. If you open the books, you will see this is the latest, or this is what the control center of the latest iOS looks like compared to this one. This is the old version. I don't know what version this is, but this is what it looks like all the way up to iOS 13. from I think 11. Anyway, so 3 books compared to 1. Okay, so now let's jump into the AirPods. So this is the real version here. This is the fake one. You can see that this has a warmer color hue. And let me take them out. And you can also feel that these are a bit lighter than these ones. But it's not something you'd notice if you only bought one. So let's set those aside quickly. And in the box, you'll get a wrapped up cable. And this is also a clear indicator that these are fake, because the real ones come with a cable that's nicely packaged. It also has a plastic, or I mean a cardboard holder. But besides that, there is not much difference. Okay, now let's look at the AirPods. So as you can see, they look very, very similar from all sides. They have a bit different font. This is the original, and the font is thinner. This is a bit off. It's got thicker font, and it doesn't look like it's in proportion. They both have the button at the bottom, and yeah, they don't look any different on the sides. Opening them up, you also can't really see it. There is nothing to see really, besides in the top. You can't really see that, but there are. The serial number is printed in here, and these are the fake ones. It's just a little bit of writing, if you can see. And with the real ones, it does look a bit different. There is a lot bigger font, and there is a CE logo printed inside. This is also where the serial number is printed for both of them. Okay, so now let's jump into what they look like and what they feel like. So these ones are the fake ones, and I'll do a side-to-side comparison. They look very, very similar, and to the untrained eye you wouldn't notice a difference. It's just when you get into the technical things that you will notice a difference. You can see the sensor here and the sensor here. Unfortunately, this sensor is just a bit of black paint, and you can tell that this is not black paint because there's a change in texture, not texture but material. When you get onto that, there is the bottom, looks very similar, and with the fake ones you can see that there's 2 lines of writing there. With the real ones, there's 3 and another CE logo. So that's another thing you can look out for. One thing that I noticed right in the beginning is that when I took these out first, there was a small blue LED inside, but it turned on. It doesn't do it anymore, but that put me off. I automatically doubted these. And if you look here, there is this is where the other sensor should be, but it's just a hole. Whereas with this one you can see that it's not a hole, it's just a sensor. This is a hole. The print on them, the left and the left, is the same, and that also goes for the right. and I want to see if they fit in each other's boxes. So this is the original one, and this is the fake case. So it has no problem fitting in or closing. Let's see with the fake ones. So the fake ones, there's a resistance. I can push it in and I can close the lid, but it's like a magnetic resistance that it won't go in. I'll just show you that it's not the case with the originals. These just slide in and I can close the lid. The LED is also exactly the same. You can't really tell the difference, except that this one lights up blue when you put it into pairing mode, and this one lights up green. So when you do buy AirPods, just make sure that you go to the Apple store. The price difference was 300 Rand. That's around $15 to $20. The same for euros, around 15 to 18 euros. So I just wanted to make a side-to-side comparison, showing you exactly what to look for when you do buy AirPods. I know these are the older version, and either a lot of people have them or a lot of people want to get the new ones. But if you don't have 4,000 Rand or $300, or I don't know, 350, however much they cost in America, you can get these. These are still really good. And I tried both of them on Android and on iOS. These original ones, they do have the sensor function, so when you do take it out of your ear, it senses it and it'll pause the music. You can get apps on Android that do support this, and I will link one below. As for these ones, the function just doesn't show up, and I mean, if you're going to make AirPods that cost almost the same, it's kind of needed to go the whole way to convince people. The pop-up animation does work on both of these. I really don't know. I'm guessing they're TWS clones. I just don't know which ones. I will try and find out and link them in the description for you if you'd like. Right, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will make more videos.